I used to be a runway model, and I would get cheers when I came out on stage. It was during my college years. Actually, it was during my law school years. And so my crowds were a young crowd. I even did a very huge wedding show. And even at the wedding show, I got cheers. A wedding show is pretty huge. Several states come in, bridal shops, designers, bakers, everybody involved in the wedding, everybody, catering, everybody involved in, so it's you can imagine it's a huge affair. And even at that, the crowd was very immature and cheered for me. I say immature because at a normal fashion show, they don't cheer for the models that come out. And it didn't matter what I was wearing. They always stuck me in the ugliest clothes that they could possibly find. And I got paid in clothes. I didn't get cash money. I got paid in clothes, which is not unheard of at that level of fashion. You can be paid in money, which might be not very much, maybe $500, or you can be paid in clothes, which you could rack up retail price of like maybe $1,000, $5,000 per show. The company, of course, isn't paying you $5,000. They're just giving you, and a lot of people wouldn't want to wear those because you're sweating in them. Sometimes you're naked underneath the clothes, so you're a sweaty guy or a sweaty girl putting on clothes, running through the hallway half naked or fully naked or whatever because of wherever the location of this stupid damn dressing room wasn't right behind the runway. We had lots of fun. Anyway, I got out because when they tried to get into the sexual things, I was always conservative and I never wanted to get into that. Now, I said all that to say this. So Dove is running a beautiful versus average campaign, and they with the hashtag of choose beautiful, right? So they set up 2 doors, physical doors to their store, and one door has the word average over it and one door has the word beautiful over it. So I'm going to make a social experiment. I'm not selling anything. I'm selling social experiments, and I want to see how people act and what do you think of yourself. So I have a campaign. My campaign is, do you think you're beautiful or do you think you're average? Now, here's the deal. Being a runway model is completely different from a print model. A print model doesn't actually have to be good looking at all. A print model simply has to have facial features that are in the correct place. So no weird noses, no weird eyes, no cleft palates, no whatever, right? A runway model has to be good looking because all you have is a bit of lotion, a bit of makeup, and you're going down the runway and people are taking pictures of you right then and there, right? People are seeing you right then and there in the flesh. A print model could be quite average looking. A runway model has to be pretty stunning. That's why a lot of the runway models that you see, they are pretty stunning women. And a print model can be short. So if any of you will think your model material, you can be pretty short. Versus a runway model has to be tall and thin. And a print model can model body parts like hands, feet, legs, abs, butts, midsections. Normally it's if a guy doesn't have a big penis, he's good for a print model of that area of the body. If he's a athletic model or if he's a fitness model, that means that he looks basically like a Ken doll. You can't have a huge penis, you can't have huge breasts, you can't have a huge butt. You want to be toned. You can't be. This is completely different from the body, the weightlifting world, where They want those sort of muscle people. But for fashion, you can't be too much of anything for print. Now, so that actually should cheer up a lot of you right there, right? You know, all this stuff about in the news about, oh, it's all about how big your penis is. No. In fashion, you don't want a big penis. And a lot of times, if you're going to try and get a job, you have to come into the room in your underwear in front of a room full of designers. So you can't have this huge penis sticking it, because first of all, they're not even gonna put something on you that's gonna cover you up. It's gonna be something pretty tiny. Even if you're a guy, it's gonna be something pretty tiny. So you don't want this big huge schlong flopping all around. You want something that, you know, you want to be a grower, not a shower. So you want to have a button penis, literally like a button penis, and that's it. So those people literally are like below average. Isn't that something? Don't you think that's amazing? And of course, you have to have like a 28-inch waist, 30-inch waist as a guy, right? And for a woman, depending on what you're modeling, if you model body parts, it doesn't matter how thick, thin, fat, whatever you have. If that body part has to be, you know, in shape or stylish or beautiful, whatever, right? And this goes for hair too. If you model hair, that's a body part also. So a lot of us actually have modeled material on us. We just don't realize it. And what is that? What am I saying by that? Everybody is beautiful in some way. And a lot of times I'll walk up to somebody and says, wow, you're a really beautiful girl, you're a really beautiful guy. And they'll be like, what are you talking about? I'm ugly. You know, and I'm like, what are you talking about? I actually know a model. Here, look at this magazine. Look at this guy right here. He makes $100,000 a year and he looks just like you, if not worse. So here's my social experiment. I want you to choose how you feel today. Do you feel beautiful or do you feel average today?